Good morning. This is Father Fish. I have a birthday coming up soon. I'm going to be 80 years old. And I've been keeping fish since I was about 9 years old. 70 years. 70 years, and the excitement that I felt the first time I saw a platy, a guppy, a molly, that excitement, that joy, that mystery, that magic remains with me today. Now that may seem a bit overblown or outrageous, but it really is true. The pleasure that I find looking in a tank like the one behind me takes me back to a time when there was magic, when there was wonder, when there was the joy of going out into nature, into my backyard, into a local creek, into the bay where I grew up and spent my summers catching little fish, little animals, crabs, shrimp, even little pipefish, sticklebacks in the Chesapeake Bay. I caught many of the same kinds of things that I catch down here in Florida, with the exception of the pygmy seahorses. We did not have those in the Chesapeake Bay, but I got some. When I was 10 years old, I got two little pygmy seahorses. Can't remember how. I think they came into a local pet shop we went to. Now this pet shop wasn't really a pet shop at all. It was a bank of about maybe 20 tanks on one wall of the living room of a husband and wife who loved fish. Somehow, my father found out about them, and we visited them many, many times, and always came away with a few fish for the tank that Dad had given me on the condition that I never, ever, ever bring another snake into the house, and I never did. Not that I don't like snakes, I do, but I kept them outside. They never came into the house. Such was my deal with my father. But looking at this tank, it brings it all back. Brings it all back to a time of simple pleasures, a time of unbridled joy, a time when the excitement of going out and catching something overwhelmed me. I still enjoy it today. I still cherish the chance to go out and collect. The YouTubers who were here last week, James and Kenny and Ed, we took them out collecting 2 or 3 times, and they loved it. It was something new for them, and something they will do now again and again, because they discovered something. They've discovered that in their own backyard are wonders, miracles, little tiny animals, when put in a tank just like this, are a source of tremendous pleasure. What do we have here? We have discus. That back there is a fish I didn't think was in here. I don't know how he got in here. That's a jewel fish. It's not creating much trouble, probably because it's a girl. A geophagus, that's a redhead Tapaho geophagus. Angels, lots of beautiful plants, Sagittarius and Amazon swords. Back here are 2 darker fish. I don't know if you can see them. They're chocolate cichlids. A very sweet, very pretty little fish. Down the bottom, look at this. There's a ram, a blue ram. That's a young one. He doesn't have all his color yet, but that's a little male. He'll get beautiful. So, we've got a lot of really pretty fish in this tank, and you know what? They're everyone for sale. Everyone. And guess what I have learned is that sharing these fish is better for me than keeping them. Now I could keep them all if I wanted to. Just pay the rent on this building and make this my hobby room. Well, it is my hobby room, but it's a hobby room I open just like that couple when I was a little kid opened their home for kids like me to come in and to be all excited about everything in the tanks and wind up taking something home that I could keep in my tank. And now the circle has come around and I am sharing the joy, the satisfaction, the pleasure, the unbridled happiness of these beautiful little tropical fish with others, and especially with children who thrill. Even the little babies coo and squeal when they see the fish. Thrill at the pure pleasure of being able to see a living creature very up close and very personal and very much alive and thriving in these little glass boxes we keep. So I challenge you this morning, for those of you who have been at this for a while, and have enjoyed sharing it with others. Find ways to get children involved in the hobby. To open your door. Bring in your community. You don't need to do it in your home. Get a little warehouse. Just a little $50 a week something with some electricity. Set up a few tanks. Put some fish in them and get them growing and thriving, and throw up in the doors. Set some hours so that people know when you are there, and you will be delighted. Open a Father Fish hobby room. Tropical fish hobby room, where you can teach all that you've learned, where you can share all that you've discovered, and where you can love what you're doing and the joy it gives others every day. Well, that's my little sentimentality for today. I guess that as I get older, I become more sentimental and want to be able to find ways to share what I have discovered in my life. Gives me my greatest pleasure. I don't know how much longer I'll be doing this, but for now, today, here with you, it is my greatest joy. Thanks for hanging in until the end. See you all again soon. Be sure to plug in any morning to Father Fish in the morning. We have a 2-hour stream that's open to all questions and all comers. You can come up with us and share time live in our stream. You can ask questions, have conversations. It's a wonder. It's a joy. Join us. Father Fish in the morning. Bless you all, and see you again soon. Bye for now.